Jack. Chucky's back.
I'm so proud to represent this franchise as their head coach, and I look forward to the days ahead with this organization.
Here's Chucky! We're here at the Coliseum, we're ready to kick some ass!
Our philosophy is to win games here, and we're going to do whatever we have to do to win.
I love it, man. You love football, don't you, John? You gotta have the right demeanor, man. You gotta have the right demeanor. Break the huddle with the right demeanor all day. You run right by his ass. Scare him to death. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I got a reputation to try and live up to also. I mean, I am one hot mother. Right there, right there. Atta baby. Well done. There's just nothing there. There's just nothing there tonight. Try something else. Are you nervous? Huh? Really? Are you? Man, you gotta get a cheat sheet or something. That's terrible. That'll kill us. It's okay. It's all right. Is that what you want to hear? Man, that's why you get your ass in the meeting room with the receivers at lunchtime every day. Every day. I don't care. I don't care if you like it or not. You know what I mean? You gotta know one thing, man. This is the last shot right here. You know what I'm saying? And you're either gonna explode onto the scene, or you're just gonna be like one of them deals. You know what I'm saying? We're not posing for football cards now, offense. We're not posing for football cards. Let's play with some speed. That's holding, man. That is holding. Holding. Take him back. Take him back. I like this ref. Always like this guy. So the thing I learned last night, the thing I was looking at last night in my magazines was Eminem and Dr. Dre. You see, they've kind of merged together, and it's like a package. It's like Russell and Woodson. So how they gonna make it first down? Dr. Dre and Eminem. I'm gonna get some of those albums too. You know anything about Metallica?
Something like that.
Pretty good band, huh? You ever go to one of their shows?
I was with the last one. Johnny Motion had extra tickets and then Pete Ennis.
Pretty wild crowd there.
It's right here, yeah. You know why I got kicked out? Did you hear about that?
How do you get kicked out of them?
We're like the VIP tent where they got all the soundboards and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's Metallica, so I'm like,
How do you get kicked out of a Metallica concert? You ever see the crowd that goes? Those people are going crazy. They're all going crazy. You must have really been going crazy. Huddle up, huddle up, huddle up. You know, Gennaro, it's always the same two guys, man. It's always the same two guys. Do it again. Do it again. We'll finish last in the league in penalties. Call my brother and see how they do it in arena football. Let's go now. The plays on this script are the plays that are coming. Here's the answers to the tests now. Use zap to west right tight. F left. Fake 99 toss crunch naked right. You guys like this?
Gannon dropping back. He loops one end zone. Rising! Touchdown!
Yeah! 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 Don't take all day now, Z's. Don't take all day now. We go 16 seconds. 12. I want the ball back. It's like arena football. Just give me the ball. Hey, be smart now. You know what I'm saying?
Back atop the AFC West. This will be their 11th division championship since the merger in 1970.
How about those Raiders, man?
You're never going to get this year back in your life. You're never getting it back. Whether you're an 8-time Pro Bowler or a no-time Pro Bowler like me. If you're late for work, if you're out of shape, if you're not knowing what to do, you're going to never, ever be able to live with yourself. Because you guys got a chance to do some good things. Can we win a championship? There's no doubt in your mind. There's no doubt in your mind. There can be no doubt.
Got some questions about this deal. In fact, lots of questions about this deal. Starting with exactly what are you getting? What are you getting? That's the $10 million a year question, reportedly. Are you getting the guy who went 50-30 in his first 5 years and won a Super Bowl, or are you going to get a guy who went 45-51 with no playoff wins the rest of the way? The guy who did nothing in his last 6 years with Tampa. Are you getting the guy who Tampa liked so much that they gave up 2 first-round draft picks, 2 second-round picks, and $8 million to get? Or Are you getting the guy that they broke off after 6 straight seasons and no playoff wins? Are you getting the guy, if this deal goes down, are you getting the guy who is an offensive genius in Oakland, or are you getting the guy whose offenses struggled in Tampa? What are you getting?
99% of John Gruden rumors are junk and garbage and the shake weight. You know, this John Gruden rumor is real, and I'll tell you why it's real. It's real for a couple of reasons. Number one is this team has one more year in Oakland. They are a complete lame duck. They're tarping off the upper deck. They got to sell tickets. That's why they brought Marshawn Lynch in, because they wanted Marshawn Lynch to be part of the brand. We're Oakland tough. John Gruden is a splashy hire for a lame duck franchise that absolutely needs to sell tickets and to put its arm around its rebel base. And John Gruden's a rebel. Second thing is, Gruden likes money. He's the highest paid ESPN employee, and ESPN, I don't have a problem saying this, is slashing salaries. That's why long-time guys like Herm Edwards are leaving and going coaching. They don't like Gruden's salary. It's a ton. Monday Night Football is shrinking its profile. It's not very profitable. Gruden knows it. He's a smart guy. He likes money. He sees the writing on the wall. Here's the third reason. Gruden's all about quarterbacks. Okay, John Gruden knows quarterbacks, likes quarterbacks, and he really likes Derek Carr, and he really likes the Raiders' offensive pieces. And he's been the guy, John Gruden has been the guy. Just think about it. Oakland needs him for splash. Gruden likes money, and Vegas is going to be no state tax like the Florida he lives in. ESPN slashing salaries, and Oakland's going to pay him a fortune. And he likes quarterbacks, and they've got one in Derek Carr. Reportedly, he's going to bring Rich Gannon along to be the quarterback coach. This rumor is flex tape. It is the one infomercial I actually watch and think, yeah, I'd buy that stuff. That flex tape works.
In the past, these were the faces of the Oakland Raiders. So how is it that today, the team that once resembled Hell's Angels is being led by someone who looks more like a choir boy?
You got a guy like Johnny Gruden, you go, he's a pretty little kid. You know, he's a cute little guy. And then, he's a pit bull.
Damn it, Marcus!
Pass complete to Marcus.
Will you read a route? Gary, are you going to jump his ass, or am I going to have to always jump it?
John Gruden's clean-cut looks are deceiving, but his expressions never lie. He's a coach with 1,000 game faces.
Have you ever seen yourself? You've seen yourself on television.
Yeah, I've seen myself.
It's more of a scowl, I think, you know. I mean, see, it just started right there when I asked the question. The eyebrows, you pinched a little bit.
Vince Lombardi once said, to be a great coach, you have to be one half teacher and one half SOB.
Get something going!
Gruden seems to have gone to the same school of coaching. Gruden's shot at football came at the University of Dayton, where he was a 3-year letterman at quarterback.
When you were in college, what was your major?
Communications. I wanted to be a broadcaster or be in communications. I want to do the sports at night. And we're equally excited about that. I learned about large, open, moving mouth. They called it loam.
What's that mean?
Well, you enunciate your words, speak clearly. You don't drawl your words or don't slur your words.
X deep over. Let's go. Let's shift crisply. Number 3 is rocket. Rocket. How about a loud break? We got the boringest kickoff return in the history of this great league.
While Gruden communicates clearly with his words, he encourages his players to find their own ways to express themselves.
You once had your receivers practice spiking the ball?
I'll do anything to generate interest on the practice field. When you get in the end zone, it's all about the complete performance, and act like you're excited. A good spike, the trajectory gets off the screen. And I'll always show that, when I'm watching film with the players. That's a hell of a spike. I don't want the ball to dribble or the ball to go sideways or bounce back and hit you in the head. work on it. It's a skill.
Good. Green left slot.
Gruden has been working on his coaching skills for more than a decade. His first NFL job came in 1990 with the 49ers. But in order to work with some of the top players in the game, he started at the bottom of the organization.
How would you define your job when you were with the 49ers?
I was a piss boy. I mean, that Ray Rhodes was called, he was the original piss boy. And then when I got to San Francisco, Ray Rhodes...
He moved up? What are the duties of the piss boy?
Well, you just do whatever, you know, you hold the bucket, you do whatever you got to do, Steve. I think I was making $500 a week in San Francisco.
On that salary, you didn't get a car or anything, did you?
At some point, I bought a big Delta 88. It was like the big white car in a John Candy movie, Uncle Buck. That became my nickname when I was with the 49ers. I'd drive Uncle Buck in and park it right next to Montana's Maserati, and Jerry Rice had a Porsche, and I drove in every day and split the difference and just reminded those guys how good they had it, you know?
How you feeling? I feel good. John Gruden was a little gopher in San Francisco, but he carried himself like he belonged. He had such an insatiable hunger to learn and learn the game, and that's what he did. And the guy never slept. I mean, he never slept.
When he followed Mike Holmgren to Green Bay in 1992, Gruden continued to work tirelessly into the night.
I didn't want him to wear down. I would have to ask him to leave the office sometimes and make sure he gets some sleep. Otherwise, I'm not sure he'd ever leave.
That's after you get off the first 15, hour and 8.
He one time gave me a $50 bill, and he says, go home, take your wife out to dinner, or you're fired. You know, he said, I'm going to watch you. I'm going to watch you leave the office, and I get the hell out of here and go get a life, basically, was what he told me.
Come on, Bax, let's go!
His life, however, continued to be football. And when he joined the Eagles in 1995, the 31-year-old Gruden became the NFL's youngest offensive coordinator. In 1998, he became a 34-year-old head coach in Oakland.
Okay, so when you get out of bed, get over here and get your motor running. Don't come out here and wait 3 or 4 periods now to realize this is a National Football League and we're after a championship. That's one thing. Get yourselves going in the morning.
No one gets going earlier than Gruden.
I'm a real early riser.
It's like what's early?
3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
3:30?
Yeah, I've never needed more than 4 or 5 hours of sleep, typically.
Does that bother you? It's like having insomnia?
It bothered me for a while. It bothered my parents. So I did some research. I saw some doctors and finally found a doctor that told me to use this as an advantage. Find something you like to do that's constructive, whether it be reading, writing letters, listening to music, or studying football. You know, there's people that have said you're going to have sleep debt and you're probably going to wake up and look 80 years old or be dead soon. You'll have a heart attack.
Right there, right there! Atta baby, atta baby!
I look at it like I'm real lucky to have something I like to do.
Hey, love it! I love you guys, I love that!
How can you not be excited, you know, when you're 36 years old and working with the Oakland Raiders and you got a pretty good team?
I love it, man. You love football, don't you, John?
The whole picture of professional football is just where I've wanted to be for a long time. The game itself, more than anything, has taught me how to compete and how to prepare and how to sustain.
Come on, get all you can get. Compete for inches.
Waitley breaks a tackle, 15. Waitley 10. Waitley still on his feet. Waitley 5. Waitley won't go down. Waitley to the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
One of football's proudest franchises is aiming to return to the playoffs for the first time since 1993. And they are looking to uphold their old traditions by following the lead of football's youngest head coach.
The effort was outstanding.
While he may not look like your typical Raider, John Gruden definitely has the heart of a warrior and the face of a winner.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Are you nervous? Huh? Really, are you? Man, you gotta get a cheat sheet or something. That's terrible. That'll kill it. We're not posing for football cards now, offense. We're not posing for football cards. Let's play with some speed. Plays on this script are the plays that are coming. Here's the answers to the test now. Huddle up, huddle up, huddle up. You know, Gennaro, it's always the same two guys, man. It's always the same two guys. Do it again. Do it again. We'll finish last in the league in penalties. Call my brother and see how they do it in arena football. Don't take all day now, Z. Don't take all day now.
I love it, man. You love football, don't you, John?
You gotta have the right demeanor, man. You gotta have the right demeanor.
Break the huddle with the right demeanor all day.
You run right by his ass. Scare him to death. I got a reputation to try and live up to also.
Regular.
I mean, I am one hot mother. That's holding, man. That is holding. Holding. Take him back. Take him back. I like this ref. Always like this guy.
How about those Raiders, man?
Fake 99 toss crunch, naked right.
Go red right, 24 Falcons. Hurry up.
You guys like this?
Gannon dropping back. He loops one end zone. Rising! Touchdown!
Yeah! That's intentional grounding! What's the rule? Right there! Atta baby! Well done!
There's just nothing there.
There's just nothing there tonight. Try something else. You're never gonna get this year back in your life. You're never getting it back. Whether you're an 8-time Pro Bowler or a no-time Pro Bowler like me. If you're late for work, if you're out of shape, if you're not knowing what to do, you're gonna never, ever be able to live with yourself. So you guys got a chance to do some good things.
You wear that ring that you wore in Tampa, but you're still a Raider, aren't you? I mean, your first head coaching job in the NFL is with the Raiders. You're always going to be a Raider, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. When I first got the head coaching job, you know, I got a dinner set up with the legends. So I go out, I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but I'm there, and Jack Tatum,
George Atkinson. There's Clarence Davis, Ben Davidson, Darryl LaMonica, Marv Hubbard. Jim Plunkett walks in. And I'm Fred Belitnikov, Willie Brown are on my staff, and I said, no wonder Madden won a lot of games with these guys. But, I got chills on the sideline. I really got, I got excited being down there on the field with those guys. I got stronger. I got more confident being around them. And, I enjoyed working for Al Davis. I like the mystique of the Raiders, and I like being a part of it.